So today was, I believe, the 12th Saturday out of our program, and we're nearing the end. This was our last long run. It just finished up our 3-week peak phase. So this was kind of the peak of the program, and we ran about 7 miles for our half marathon crew, and our marathon crew was doing 12 miles. And it included a hill called Newport's Coast Drive, which was about 2 miles at about 7% incline. And the great thing is we had about 25 people out here, and I saw 25 people working their tail off to get up that hill as best they could. And the great thing is that all of the training we've done to this point, they're cardiovascularly strong enough. So we took the setup that's already in Equinox of the Tread and Shred program that we do with our classes, and we've got them in such good cardiovascular strength that we can translate that outside of those 4 walls of Equinox, put them out in this beautiful weather of Southern California, and go attack a hill and get them out into the community. And it was inspiring today. I think a lot of people were very intimidated at the beginning, but when they realized in the middle of it was just running, they had the support of their teammates around them, they had the support of their coaches, and they were properly trained, so they went and excelled today. It was really, really impressive, really inspiring. All right, guys, first of all, great job. Newport Coast Drive done. Woo! Yeah, really. You put that on your running checklist right there. Newport Coast Drive, all done. Great job. Great job. Next week, we'll be super light on Saturday. We'll do like 3 to 5 miles. Okay? And then the following weekend is the race. We're 2 weeks from tomorrow. So at this point, everything is just getting us ready for that. Your lungs are ready. Rest your legs so that they're ready as well. Take advantage of the yoga classes at Equinox at this point. If you're gonna do spin, it's a great cross-training workout. Just take it light on your resistance. And explain that to the instructor when you go in. Just like, hey, I'm in a taper phase. I'm not gonna try and kill myself right now. I'm just gonna take it a little light. And they'll happily accommodate class for you. All right? Otherwise, great job today. Great job. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Thanks, Wes.
Wednesday, it's on.
Take it easy. My name is Whitney McDonnell, and I'm from Darien, Connecticut, and I started out at the Equinox in Darien. I moved to Newport Beach, California in June, and I started with Shred Mill. It's the first time I've ever ran before in my entire life. And so I started with training with Wes, doing the Shred Mill, and I found out that there was a running club, and this is the first season, this race that I'm training with, and I think I cannot live without it at all. This Equinox is great. Wes is a great coach. I'll never quit running ever again.
Handle this hill all day, guys. We got you in shape for it. We just keep working it. So when we started this running club about a year ago, I was approached by one of our group fitness managers to try and bring some community together, and I had a good amount of experience doing that at Newport Beach. I've been more than busy in my last 3 years. I've been in the top 5 of the company from a personal training standpoint, but the scope of that is influencing one person at a time and trying to grow the community within my personal training business. But this has been great because I've been able to integrate up to 33 people we now have in our run club, and able to incorporate a periodized, strong, structured, safe program for these people to really progress and excel within.
Hi, my name's Eileen Huscata, and I'm from California, born and raised Yorba Linda. I started Equinox in September and started with the Tread and Shred classes with Wes, and he started talking about the half marathon, which I've done one before, but about 4 years ago. It's a huge difference from when I used to train on my own. Huge. This is way better. Like I said, he pushes us, and we meet a couple times a week and on Saturdays, and he just pushes us really hard to where you don't want to stop, you want to keep going. So I'm really excited for the half. I think it's going to be a huge difference from the last one I ran. I started going to Equinox, and it's worth it. It's worth the monthly fee. The classes are amazing. Everyone's really nice. The locker room, the women's room is amazing. The salon's great. Everything. It's a great experience. I love it. I go to the gym more now because of Equinox. So it's good.
Tread and Shred is something that started for us at Equinox Newport Beach with a different equipment setup that we've been able to integrate in a couple other clubs in Southern California, but it involves little FM transistor radios that every participant is given, and then my music and my voice is broadcast at that radio frequency. So I can stand here and talk at this same level, and somebody can get that coaching within their ear. So it leads to a little bit of individualized feedback within the larger context of the main floor. We go through everything from hills to speed to endurance, and we can kind of gear the workout individually. I can stand here and look at the group and coach them as a whole, or I can coach them individually and kind of say, Darcy, I see that you're just a little heavy on the feet. Maybe we work on just lifting the feet a little bit more, picking up the knees as we're running this hill. So it does give us a lot of opportunity to coach on a whole level as a normal group fitness class would be, but then almost take it to that personal training type of a level where we're getting individualized with each person as well. And that leads, in my opinion, to better performance. And we've been lucky to integrate that tread and shred format into our road running club experience. So every Wednesday we meet as a running club and we do a workout on the treadmills that's about 45 minutes long, looking at high heart rate, high speed, high intensity type of workouts. And it's translated to great days on Saturdays.
Hi, my name is Dennis Maggi. I've been working out at Equinox for about 4 years now, and this is the second running club for me. The first one, last year, we trained for the Orange County Half Marathon and Marathon race. Equinox, it's a great club. It's a great gym system. Wes teaches shred and tread, and it actually prepares you and gets you ready for running. I used to run indoors, and I didn't start running outdoors until about 3 years ago. And it really helped me kind of get on a schedule and learn how to run, and again, just put you in that mode and mentality to get out there and do something else.
Hey Wes, great job today. Thanks, Sam. Very impressive. So you've been doing this program for like a year now?
A little bit over a year. This is the second time we're training for the Orange County Half Marathon, so we're technically about 16 months into it.
Okay, and I know you work with group fitness to get this started. You know,
Yep.
what's been rewarding about, you know, giving you the motivation to keep doing this?
For me, it's developing the community more than anything else. I really find that the people bond with one another, and they therefore bring some of their friends in. They bring some of their friends in, and that's really how we grow, more than just being personal training or group fitness, where people can kind of get lost in a class. And I think some people go to group fitness to get lost in a class.
Right.
But this is more of a community where people want to belong. We're not looking to train people. We've got a couple people that are running Boston actually on Monday, but we're not a performance enhancement type of a club. There's other running clubs that's what they specialize in.
Right.
We're here to bring probably more the novice, the beginner, the intermediate experience type of a runner, and create a structure where they feel like they can belong and therefore excel.
So when you have that kind of community, like you just said, with beginners to probably, you know, runners that are doing 6-minute miles, how do you, you know, run a program where you've got such a large spectrum of, you know, capabilities?
Yeah, well, we have the structure that they run 3 times a week. 2 of them are coached by us. That's Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Okay.
Wednesdays is really easy because we're either outdoors on the track, which I can just put them in groups, in which I think they run at comparable ability levels, or when they're on a treadmill, I just coach them for how they're feeling. So they know we've already at the beginning of the program devised a goal time for them, and that should give them a base pace, a race pace, and what we call a sprint pace.
Right. Okay,
so
great.
they know what their 3 paces are, and I just coach them to move in and out of those paces. So Wednesdays are a piece of cake. Saturdays it can get a little bit more challenging because, as you saw today, we have 33 people. They spread the gamut.
Yeah.
So the coach's responsibility is to kind of navigate within that space to make sure everybody's still getting seen and heard. That's probably the more challenging part, but if we create places where people are running with people that are still around their ability levels, they're almost built in coaching themselves.
Sure.
And each other.
Well, I definitely saw you today going back and forth. You were at the top of the pack, and then, you know, helping pull along those people that were struggling, especially up Newport Beach Hill, which is a tough one.
It's a killer.
So how many races a year does like the group focus on doing?
We've typically in the past just done 2 training. Well, last year we did 3 trainings. We did a spring, a fall, and a winter.
Okay.
2 half marathons and a 10K. And that finished out 2010 for us. We came into 2011 saying we definitely want to do Orange County again, but we wanted to take the next step and do the marathon. So we've got the Orange County Half Marathon and Marathon that are coming up in 2 weeks.
Right.
And then our goal is actually to switch to a year-round program. We want to start integrating, basically, we're getting together and running. Sometimes it's structured for a race. Sometimes we're running just to run. Maybe my hope is that we get enough people involved in maybe triathlons, and we start off with maybe a sprint triathlon. I know Equinox has a great partnership with Escape from Alcatraz that's happening on June 5th. If we can come around to June 5th in 2012, that could be a great thing for us to train for. So we're just kind of looking to take steps each time we complete a program to how can we integrate something next. And I think our next thing is August. I'm looking towards the Relay for Life down in Dana Point.
Okay.
Because if we can involve a charity with it, and now we have teamwork where within our larger team, they have smaller teams of 4. That creates even more community, and I think they're just going to draw in maybe 4 other friends and 4 other friends.
Sure.
And we do that, and we start to involve people other than they're just in Newport Beach where we can touch. We get into maybe Dana Point where the race is, and we can bring in non-members to Equinox and have them experience the Equinox.
Well, I've done that race, so it's a great race to do, so exciting.
Awesome.
Well, I was really impressed with today, and good luck to the whole team next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I
when you
appreciate
get ready
it.
for the marathon.
Appreciate it.